back to another video. So over the past couple months, this server Horizon Roleplay, since its release actually, has gotten to the point where an insane amount of attention has been put onto it, and a ton of people want to join, and a ton of people not knowing how to join, and of course, just people interested in the server as a whole. So today I figured we would go over exactly how to do that and how it works, and also beyond just joining, just how the RP itself actually works, how to make money, how to use the different mechanics, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get started. So we head down to the description of this video. What you'll notice is a link to a website titled Horizon RP. Now in this website you're going to notice a few things. For example, there will be the server rules, so just general things that you should obviously keep in mind when being an RP, as well as the About Us section of the website, which will just give you a little bit of Horizon RP is, the homepage, and a few more things like the instant whitelist. So yeah, there is a priority whitelist where you can pay to get in and skip the whole process. However, you can apply for free as well, so it just kind of supports the server. But anyway, continuing on. From the website, what you'll notice at the top is a join our Discord button, which you can click the click to join button right there. It's got a little Discord icon. You should be able to click that and it'll take you right to the server. Now, once you actually join the server, you're going to be met with quite a lot, so it might be a little bit overwhelming, but don't let it freak you out. Trust me, the process is not what you think. It's really, really easy. But once you've done that, you can actually look through. We have a couple other random channels, but what you really want to take a look at is the how to join channel. Now, in the importance section, you'll notice at the very top of the server, we have some server stats, like there are 25,000 members, nearly 2,000 whitelisted members, as well as you look down a little bit, we got our rules, announcements, etc. But what you're going to want to head to is the how to join channel. This channel is very, very imperative to you getting in to the RP. Once you go into that channel, you'll notice it tells you exactly what to do step by step. First and foremost, you need to read the rules. Now, of course, that's like common sense, but just throwing it out there, yeah, you do need to know them, not just read them, because the application will ask you questions directly from the rules. So what is X rule and how does it work? Explain in your own words. Yeah, so the application's not hard, it just requires effort and also reading. Once you're done reading the rules and you feel like you're ready to apply, head over to the apply channel, which is linked in the how to join channel. It's called apply. It has a green check mark. All you gotta do is fill out the whitelist application. It is required to RP in general and to apply for any of the other departments. And then another really, really important part of joining is setting your social club up. So you're gonna need to head over to the Rockstar Social Club account settings, and all this stuff is gonna be linked in that section for you. So you can click on a little thing there that says account settings and it'll bring you to your account settings on Social Club. Set your PlayStation username visibility to everyone under the privacy tab, which is also linked. If the only options for you are myself or friends, that just means your account on Social Club is underage and you'll need to create a new 18+ account, of course following Rockstar's TOS. Now when it comes to joining, once you've got all that done and you're whitelisted, all you do in-game is go to your pause menu and head over to the online tab, select crews, go to my crews and select the crew that you will have joined after getting whitelisted, and join off a member who you can see who is either in RP, in a proximity voice chat, or alternatively you can just join off a staff member's username. Now, I'd like to go over some really important features and aspects of the server for you guys, some just really generally important things. So first things first, creating your ID. Now every civilian, every player, every character is going to need an ID. So first things first, now this part of the video is for once you're whitelisted, so if you need to pause and go apply, feel free, or if you just want to keep watching so you know what to do ahead of time, whatever works for you. So you'll need to head to the interactions channel and type /civilian create. If you're confused on what to put in all the fields where it's asking you to fill out certain things, it does tell you, like it gives you little examples so that you aren't confused. Once that's done, you want to do /civilian set active, as it says. And then once that's done, if you do get pulled over by a cop or another player asks, you can do /hand ID and it'll actually show your ID. Very, very cool. Now next up is how to make legal money. Now this part's really important, naturally of course. You're going to want to make money on RP. It's like the way to go, obviously. You need money to do stuff, plain and simple. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could roleplay as a homeless person with no money, begging, but that's up to you. As a fresh civilian, it's best to head over to the job board channel, which obviously has jobs. Choose a job, go into its corresponding work channel, and submit your photos of your character working with the interaction. After that, you'll receive a payroll. This can be used via equals use and job name. So if you're working at, say, Pizza This, you can just type equals use pizza pay. It'll cash in your paycheck, and that's it. Very, very cool, very easy. Alternatively, a couple things you could do is you could go hunting. Once you have the money, you can buy either an A+ or a B+ hunting rifle from Ammunition. The A+ is a regular sniper rifle, while the B+ is a musket. If you can't find it, just so you know, the musket can be found at the gun van randomly. Government work like police, EMS, National Guard, DOJ, and more can be found in the City Hall. And you can even try fishing. Those are just like a few of the things, but there's like a lot of ways to make money in the server. Like a lot. So that's just like the general idea of how it works. But there's so many different ways of making money. Another thing that's really important is how do drugs work in the server, because Horizon Roleplay does offer players an in-depth drug crafting and selling mechanic that can boast a pretty penny. It's no easy task for beginners. However, for starters, you can view recipes for drugs such as different strains of weed like sativa, purple sherbet, Chiliad Kush, as well as other drugs such as lean, meth, cocaine, fentanyl, and all that other stuff, simply by typing equals recipe drug name in the crafting channel. And that's it. You can see what that drug requires in order to be made. Some drugs require different processes and different steps in crafting something before crafting the other thing in order to have it done. For example, when you're making cocaine, meth, or weed, you're gonna need to buy some empty bags to put them in once everything's done. These take time, but if you're willing to put the time in, you can get paid pretty well for it. Just gotta make sure cops don't catch you. Crafting requires ingredients. You can find those ingredients around the map or from shops such as Smoke on the Water or the Dealer. A link to that can be found in the roleplay guide where the dealer actually appears in the How Drugs Work section, just so you know. You might be wondering, where can I find materials? You could head to the Davis Quarry or the Ron Power Station or even Humane Labs. Different materials pop up in different places. You can also search trash bins in the server, which is also a pretty cool feature. You can find things like metal scrap or just trash, copper, glass, plastic, and a whole whack of other stuff that you could either use to sell just for money at a recycling plant or at a pawn shop, or if you want, you can use them to craft other things, which I will explain later. Now, as far as items in RP go, in Horizon, you can only use items that are in your inventory in the server. Anything otherwise, cars, guns, miscellaneous items, etc., it will result in an instant kick from the RP and a strike. You might be wondering, so wait, it's based on like a weird trust system? Technically, yes, but at the same time, if you break those rules, you just get instantly removed. So it's not really a trust system, it's either you do it or you get removed, so yeah. The server is really only for people that are truly interested in actual RP for GTA, not just running around doing whatever you want, and staff who kind of half don't really care if players follow the rules. It's just kind of like there. Yeah, not the case. The server doesn't have 25,000 members for no reason. For vehicles, we use a class system, so vehicles range from C+, B+, A+, and S+. C+ being the lowest and slowest, with S+ being the most expensive and fastest. How does it work? Well, if you buy an S-Class car, you can register the car from that class. Want another? You gotta buy another S-Class car and register that one. How does it work? If you buy an S-Class car, you can register one car from that class. If you want another one, you'll have to buy another S-Class car and register that one as well. A link in the roleplay guide is provided under the items in RP section for what each car is under which class. Now, as far as dying in RP works, it's pretty simple. The second you join RP, everything is in character. So if you're killed by another player, even if they appear to have broken the rules, you must mute, call an ambulance via /911, or use your in-game phone, do the same thing, head to a hospital, and wait for 7 minutes after taking an ambulance there. If there aren't any EMS on, of course. And you're probably wondering, wait. So even if they broke rules, why? Because everything is still in character. You can still report them, but we don't want another person breaking rules just because someone else has. You will be held accountable just as such. This includes for I'm getting staff, I'm reporting you, FRP, nice RDM, and so on. Now, as far as guns in the server, this is how it works. It's a class system. So class 1s are legal but with a license. Those include pistols like the ceramic or heavy pistol, tasers used by PD and legal security, legal with a license. You can buy them from ammunition stores if you have a license, being the Class 1 license, which you can also purchase from ammunition. Concealable, weak to moderate damage. Now, when it comes to Class 2, these are illegal through controlled distribution. SMGs, carbines, micro SMGs, assault rifles, and so on. Often used by gangs, syndicates, and security contractors, not available to civilians legally, and controlled by crafting or dealers. Now, there's Class 3, highly illegal, very, very rare, military-grade weapons such as LMGs, explosives, sniper rifles, and so on. Super rare, occasionally leaked into the server through major events, heists, or admin-run drops. Possession often leads to very long jail times or investigations. Blueprints for these are found at supply drops, which occasionally appear in the server. Basically, what will happen is an announcement will go out letting all players know that a supply drop has landed. The location will be revealed. Players can head there, then take a photo of the supply drop, send it in the supply drops channel, and you have a chance to get either a weapon blueprint or parts to craft weapons, even a safe full of cash, and much more. Now, I'm going to be short and sweet with this one because it's a bit hefty, but we do have a civilian ranking system. All this is, it's nothing crazy like if you're not Civ rank 3, you can't talk. It's just simply to ensure that there's structure. So at Civ rank 1, obviously you can work basic jobs. You can do entry-level stuff like taxi driver, delivery worker, etc. You can fish or hunt low-tier game, small fish, rabbits, or for minor cash. You can purchase low-end vehicles such as C+ class vehicles. You can't rent or own a house at Civ 1, you can't run from police, and you can't kill other players. And you're probably wondering, wait, that's dumb. Why can't I kill a player once I join the server? Because at rank 1, it's highly unlikely that once you've joined the server and got whitelisted, that in the same day, you've already created enough beef with another player or backstory that warrants needing to kill them. All this is to just prevent new players from going crazy and just add structure, as I've said. You can probably guess, but the rest of the ranks will explain everything else. All of that can also be found in the roleplay guide. Now, voice chat in RP is pretty important. In the in-character section, where you can find roleplay channels such as interactions, crafting, etc., you will see proximity voice chats. You must remain in one at all times during RP. And you're wondering why? Well, so if someone in RP comes up to you, they can immediately start talking to you. This goes both ways, and yes, you may check your map to see who you're talking to, or just have player overhead display on. Remember, you cannot join a prox VC with someone if you aren't in a realistic distance from them. If you or the other person, for example, drives away from the other person must join a different prox VC. If a police officer is flashing their lights, you need to join a traffic stop VC. That's it, it's really simple. We also have a simulated Twitter, which is really cool, so in order to use it, head to a digital den, buy a cell phone. You can either buy a Bittersweet or a iFruit phone. After that, in interactions, you can type /Twitter account create, and then you can make posts via /tweet. You can attach photos, make your own profile, it's really cool. And then of course, we have RP commands. These are very important. To go over a few of the basic ones, obviously /me, everyone knows it, everyone loves it. It shows what interactions you're actually doing. Beyond those, some more important ones, paying another player, for example, equals pay their name and the amount. Giving an item to another player is as simple as equals gift, their name, the amount, and the item name. So for example, equals gift, so-and-so, 1 apple. Plain and simple. In order to use your paychecks, you need to do equals use 1 paycheck name. Checking your inventory is as easy as equals inventory or equals INV. You can also stash items in your house or your car. You can do that by equals store to item name. That'll store it in your car. And equals store item name will store it in your house or apartment if you head there. You can also check them by typing equals stash to and equals stash. Check if you need to eat as well by typing equals stats. Crafting items is as easy as equals craft item name. Equals crafting will finish the crafting once it's done and put the item in your inventory. Equals recipe item name will show you the recipe for an item. And then of course equals salvage item name will salvage an item that is salvageable for money. That can be done at a pawn shop. And that's just some of the most basic things in the server. We also have a newly added chop shop feature script where players are able to actually take apart various cars parked around San Andreas for useful parts and resources. Simply take a photo of the vehicle you're taking apart and you have a chance to find valuable items. But those range from car hoods, spark plugs, or even iron scrap. You need to buy a crowbar from U-Tool to use it, however. When you go to a random parked car, take a photo of it while using the crowbar and taking the car apart, and you're free to do so in the Chop Shop channel. If you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like on the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment sections below. I'm going to try and answer all of them as much as I can, so if you have any questions, leave them there. And like I said, I can't wait to see you guys in the server. See y'all later. Peace out.